Hey Canucks fans, hope you're well. Wanted to give you a quick update regarding two players that we're hearing a lot more about in the media over the past couple of days. In case you're wondering, that's the wheel of a golf cart going to hit the golf course. Just got to pray that this weather holds up. So I got a golf cart in the back seat, golf cart in the trunk, two pairs of clubs. Going to join my sons Sean and Jacob and my season ticket partner Mike. Hopefully it's going to be a fun day on the links. And yes, I'm pretty confident that we'll see some sun by the time we start golfing in a couple of hours. But enough about golfing. Let's talk about the Vancouver Canucks. Not that they're golfing. Okay, too soon. Anyways, let's start with Nikita Zadorov. Everyone fell in love with this guy. End of the regular season and especially during the playoffs. Big, mobile defenseman. Tough. Dragged his teammates into the fight. Stood up for his teammates. He was an agitator. He can skate. He can actually pass. He can clear the zone. And he scored some pretty big goals, almost always rushing down that left side. Oh no, he had that big slapper as well against Nashville. So I think it's Nashville, Edmonton. They're all blurred to me right now. So Nikita Zadorov, unrestricted free agent. And you think he's the type of guy, well, we know he's the type of guy that the Canucks fans loved. Even in his interviews, he became a media darling. And I'm pretty sure his teammates loved him. Excuse me. And I'm pretty sure head coach Rick Tocchet loved him as that big, mobile, tough to play against defenseman. So the question is, how much does he want as an unrestricted free agent? And I think the early betting was that the Canucks wanted him, but that the Canucks were going to be hard-pressed to sign him, considering how much he might demand on the open market. But a report from Rick Dhaliwal this morning gives us some hope. Dhaliwal says that the Canucks are going to make one last final offer to Zadorov and his agent Dan Milstein this weekend. And Dhaliwal suggested that the term isn't the issue, but it's more the money. And that usually you're negotiating money and terms. So it's going to be one or the other, if not both. But apparently the term's okay. So I'm guessing they're not going to go 7 with Zadorov, given his age, but maybe they're going to go 5 or 6 years. So let's presume, I know I shouldn't just flippantly say 5 or 6, but we don't know. So let's say the term is going to be 5 or 6 years. If it comes down to money, what are you willing to offer Nikita Zadorov? Because it sounds like that he wants to stay here. But the question is, how much of a discount are the Canucks going to ask him to consider taking to stay here? And I don't worry about the fact that Hughes is number 1 and he makes 7.85. I don't worry about the fact that Soucy is penciled in as the number 2 and he only makes $3 million. If Zadorov ends up making $5 or $5.5 million, then so be it. Maybe then Soucy becomes a $3 million third pairing guy. And then you pair him with another $3 million guy in Myers. And that's a pretty good third pairing. Or maybe Myers comes back as a second pairing guy. Regardless, we don't worry so much about you can't pay him more than Soucy, da-da-da. We just worry about if you can get him to a contract that's good beneficial to the team and that Zadorov will accept, of course. So let's talk about that. What's Zadorov going to accept? Again, let's presume 5 or 6 years is going to be the term. Rumors are out there that he wants $6 million a year, which is probably too much for the Canucks blood. But if you consider asking him to take a discount of $500,000 to $1 million a year, like can we get Nikita Zadorov for $5 million a season for 5 or 6 years? I've even seen 4.75, 4.9, 4.95. What would you do, Canucks fans? Would you do $5 million a season for Zadorov? Let's presume 5 or 6 years. I know you do less than that if you said yes to 5. But how much more would you do for Zadorov? Would you do 5.25? Would you do 5.5? Would you throw the bank at him? Or would you say, actually, as good as he was, as electrifying as he was, as attractive as he was for the fans, is this a skill set that we can get from someone else who's a little bit cheaper? Others will say, well, combine Zadorov's money with Myers' money and then think of them as a pairing. But I think that's a little too simplistic. You have to try and save $1 wherever you can. So my question to you, Canucks fans, is A, do you want Zadorov back? I think the answer is yes, but answer that. And what's the maximum you would give him in terms of both money and term? And I think Zadorov wants $5.5 or $6 million a season by 6, but would he do a 5 by 6 or a 5 by 5 to stay in Vancouver, a place where he's comfortable and a place where the fans in the city obviously embraced him? So that's Nikita Zadorov. Would love your thoughts on that down below. Other players also are Russian. It's Ilya Mikheyev. He signed a 4-year, $4.75 million per season, so just under $19 million total for 4 years, under Patrick Allvin. So this is one of Patrick Allvin's rare missteps, in that we have 2 more years with Mikheyev. We know the story. He got injured in the first year of the contract. In the second year of his contract, first year of his contract, had to take the last half of that season off. Came back this season, which was the second year, and was very certainly was wasn't the same speed, and very not much of a goal scoring touch. Let's put it that way. He's scored 1 goal in the past 61 games. I think I could. No, I don't think I could score a goal in the NHL. But I'm also not making $4.75 million to do so. So where is this going to go? I think it's clear that the Canucks want to try and move him, despite what Allvin said at the year-end press conference. And you simply can't buy him out. It doesn't make sense. You're trying to save money, not add to a cap buyout. They already have Ekman Larsson's buyout going up a little bit. So I don't think the Canucks want to buy Ilya Mikheyev out. Kind of defeats the purpose. So if they want to trade him, you have to attach a sweetener. No one's going to just take him. But is the sweetener prospects or picks? Well, I think the Canucks are very reticent. I love that word, reticent to trade prospects, because I don't think they want to get rid of Lekkerimaki, Bovenlander, or DPD. And then anyone else after that, really, it's not going to fetch you anything. So if the Canucks don't want to get rid of prospects, then you have to look at draft picks. And I know what you're saying, Clay. Man, they don't even have a first or second this year. I don't think they have a fifth. They have like 3, 4, 6, 6, and 7. And that's not going to get it done. But there's a rare exception, but you rarely get late round picks that really pan out in the NHL. It's usually first rounders and then a few second rounders and third rounders. But 4, 5, 6, 7 round, those are really true lottery picks. And you really don't know what's going to happen. So would a team like a San Jose, like a Chicago, maybe a team that Utah that might need to get to salary floor? I don't know if those 3 teams do. I just threw them out as an example. Can you find a team like that who's going to need, a middle 6 body, who's got the salary cap room to do such a thing? And maybe that is your trading partner. And all those 3 teams I just mentioned are rebuilding. So maybe you throw in a 4th or a 5th or a 6th as a sweetener to make it happen. So that's my other question to you, Canucks fans, is would you trade Ilya Mikheyev? And the answer is probably yes. So then my realistic question is, what would we have to throw in as a sweetener? What would you, as a Canucks fan, be willing to throw in as a sweetener? So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on both the 2 Russians, on both Zadorov. Do you think we have a chance to sign him, re-sign him? And then what type of term and money should that be? And Ilya Mikheyev, do you think we have a chance to actually move him and free up that $4.75 million of cap space? Let me know in the comments below. We'd love to read, react, and reply as always. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate and Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. And thank you to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. So on your way out, like the video, subscribe. You can leave a donation, become a member, upgrade your membership, and definitely leave a comment. Your thoughts on Zadorov, your thoughts on Mikheyev, and anything else you want to ask me. Members, look for my post tomorrow morning, my weekly Ask Me Anything vlog. So I'll put that post on the community tab tomorrow. In the meantime, pray that this weather holds up, clears up for us, and pray that I don't hurt myself on the golf course later today. Thanks for watching. As always, appreciate all you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.